Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Tristan, and we are going to play another solo game of John Company, second edition. Today, we're going to be playing the 1758 scenario, but we are going to play it on the expert difficulty. So, the difficulties are easy mode, which basically is a standard setup with you having the five promise cards that you would use in a standard game as aces in your back pocket in case you need to trade them in for additional promises so you have some leverage against the crown. Normal difficulty removes that, and that's typically what I play with. I don't use those promise cards at all. And then hard mode is the same as normal, but you're going to have less promises to start, which is basically less leverage against the crown at the beginning. And then the expert mode is the same as that, except we're going to give the crown a few extra setup cards to give them an even better start and advantage over us to begin. And as always, I will do a random draw of setup versus a draft just to make things even more interesting. So basically, I've already done a random draft of the setup cards. I've already set up so that the crown has 8 starting promise tokens, or 10, I'm sorry, and I have 2. Typically, it would be 6 and 6, so I'm very behind. And then the one thing that I have not done yet is I've not drawn the 3 extra setup cards to give the crown an even better advantage, and we're going to do that right now and see what more that they want. They're currently chairman, director of trade, president of Madras and Bengal, and military affairs. I will be starting as manager of shipping, president of Bombay, and the governor of Bengal. So let's see what other madness we can give her to make this an even more unfair fight. Oh, just going to start with 2 luxuries and a random blackmail card and $3 extra. This is not actually too terrible, though. I don't know. 2 additional luxuries off the bat is a little silly, because that's just going to be 4 victory points to start, and then a random blackmail card. She's already got 1 because she started with the PM card that always gives 1. This is actually not too bad, I feel. The few extra bucks, I was expecting it to be like madness. Actually, just out of curiosity, because I haven't really like looked at these extra setup. What are the other cards? So it could have been another officer and another workshop, a blackmail card and $3, or another share and an unfitted ship. All right, that's not too bad actually. I mean, still, it's stupid to have even more enterprises, but here we are. So I've got three shipyards. I'm feeling pretty good about that. She's gonna have 3 shipyards, but one of them is unfitted. She's already got a workshop, and now she's got 2 luxuries. So she's already fancier than I am. Along with, she's got 2 trophies versus I've got 1. And then she's, of course, the prime minister. So by default, she's already winning the power award because the luxuries are already worth 2 power each, plus these 2 powers of trophies and the 2 power being prime minister, plus these blackmail cards more than likely have power as well. And that's not good. I want to have the power. So what we're going to do is, now that we've got the blackmail set up, we'll set up our London display and we'll get this ball rolling. And then the crazy company failures. I'm going to shuffle them. Oh, I didn't mean to draw. I just drew 2 cards. Didn't mean to do that. We're going to shuffle these bad boys up. And we're going to pray to the gods. Oh, I guess I drafted like most of these. We're going to pray to the gods that I don't get the shareholders blameless one, which I've gotten 3 times in a row. But I'm going to be nice, and I'm not going to pull it from the deck. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna go along for the ride. So let's take a look. See, we are looking for presidencies with more than or equal to 2 crown riders. We just started the game, so that's not going to be the case. So we're going to be starting Peacock, which is great. You might notice that actually most of this game is like complete. All of these cards and art and everything is pretty much in the final stage. I think there might be maybe some small tweaks to the AI cards, if anything, but we got a new crown board, which goes over all of the favors, which is pretty sweet. and you can see that it's actually been changed up quite a bit. It's not long, and it's vertical. Um, Given enterprise easy mode, remove a promise card from the game. X equals turn times 2 rounded up. Okay, so this is the new easy mode. Actually, it used to be you had 5 promise cards to start, and you could just exchange 1 promise card for 1 promise token. But now it's been changed so that you can remove a promise card from the game, and however many promise cards you for the turn divided by 2 rounded up is how many promises you get. So later in the game, you'll get more promises for that. So that's actually kind of cool. I'm down with that. And then this is actually nice too. Give or take. And then it gives the amount. 7 promises to take a luxury. This is good. I like this. I have a feeling I'm going to need to exploit trading as much as possible against the crown in this. We will see. We are playing 1758, which means that there's the potential for deregulation. Only the prime minister is going to be able to do that, though. So I really need to snipe that if I want to have a chance of deregging the company, which it might not be something that needs to be done, but it might be. I don't know. The Crown Handbook has also been pretty much completed. I think there's maybe just a few like punctuation errors and whatnot that are being corrected, but otherwise, it's in really good shape. Um, it's got some great art in it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm very, very pleased with how everything's turning out. Oh, I just zoomed in so much. I'm going crazy. All right, let's get this crazy game started. All right, that's what I want to do. Is I want to get this crazy game started. All right, so let's go into family phase. We're going to start with the crown, as usual. So we're skipping London. We're going straight into the crown. There's no free rider enlistment. The extra action that's on the table because it's 1758 is, of course, Calico X, which means that everybody has a chance as a free extra action to buy a workshop. And knowing that the crown is Peacock, she's going to take advantage of that because the first thing she wants to do is buy a workshop. So she's going to buy a workshop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monies. And now she's got, let's keep things organized here. She's got another workshop, and that'll be her 0 action. And now we'll go into her main number 1 action, which is buying a luxury. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm already not a fan. And then her second action is going to be to enlist an officer. Great. I currently am in charge of the army of Bengal and am the governor of Bengal, which is kind of cool, except Delhi is already looking at coming over and crushing us. So this could be nice because I am in charge of this. I'm not in charge of the Bengal presidency though, so I do have to kind of figure out how I'm going to make sure that we're good here, especially with her being military affairs. And I don't have a whole lot of leverage to convince her to do things my way. But definitely we want to protect ourselves for the inevitable attack here. And then we also got to open up Madras to get this trade game going. Plus, we should probably put some more ships in Bombay, especially because that's my presidency, and I'd like to make some money. Okie dokie. Well, I've got $8. With that $8, I can do anything. The world is my oyster. I can definitely do a workshop as a free action. I could definitely just go into luxuries. I could get another ship, which is kind of an interesting idea, actually. But the biggest issue is I don't have any writers on the table. You know what? Knowing the way that this game goes, there's high probability that even after this first round, we have heavy retirements. Me saying that now, nobody's going to retire. But a lot of the time, there's 4+ vacancies, which means I can then hop over into an enlist writer action. So I think what I'm going to do, which might be crazy, but I'm going to do it, is I'm going to take my free action of getting a workshop. I'm going to spend the $5 on this. And then I'm going to actually, for my family action, I'm going to buy a shipyard. I'm going to play this different. I don't want to just spend all of my actions placing writers. That gets boring. I'm going to mess around. Let's see what happens if we do this. Plus, we're playing expert mode, so this might be good. We gotta kind of try to build up our portfolio to match her because she's got a lot going on, and this is kind of silly. So let's do it. Let's have some fun. Nothing to hire, so we're gonna go straight into chairman. Boom, 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 and then as we know, chairman is gonna flip AI card and immediately turn into something else. Maybe we're looking for crown commanders. We know that we've got 2 crown commanders. So, oh goodness gracious. So we're going to be going bear, which is kind of nice. I'm pretty sure bears typically much more invested in military affairs, which could be good depending on what we're looking to do here. I don't know if that means that she's going to end up throwing down more in Madras because this has more potential for open or what, but that could be good. All right, and then we're going to advance the debt marker for each presidency where the crown is commander or has majority of total army box pieces. This is good because one of those is Bombay, and that's me. So she's going to want to bump up debt twice, which is 15 total monies because we start with 5. And oh, actually, presidency where the crown is commander or has majority of total army boxes and pieces. She's going to go up 3 total because she has the most army box pieces here. So that's kind of actually really good. That's a really good start. I'm fine with it. 3 total debt. Great. And then we are going to allocate $4 to each presidency where crown has a majority of pieces in the army box. Oh, that's not what I was expecting, but so we're going to do $5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to Bengal, which is actually good. We want Bengal to have the money. And then $2 to each presidency where Crown has a governor. Crown has no governors. $4 to Crown Governor General. There's no Governor General. $2 to each presidency where Crown has a writer. Well, that's good. That's here. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then the rest is going to go into shipping. That's not a bad start, really. Do we need $11 into shipping? I don't know. So let me think about this because I've got 2 whole promises and I can potentially spend 1 or 2 of those to get $3 to $6 in other places. I'm pretty happy with this. I don't think I need any extra money to do anything crazy in the Bombay army. Madras though could probably use a little extra money. I think if we can try to get them to be able to open this up, that'd be really good for the company. Bengal, $4 is the most expensive. That's not horrible. Be a trade rule of. This is tricksy. So, I have to figure out how I'm going to get more promises from her too. I can get promises by giving an unfitted shipyard. Giving a fitted shipyard is worth 3. Give an uninvested workshop is 4. I mean, I don't want to give all this stuff for her yet, especially when like this is money. This is extra. This is bonus cash. But unfortunately, I might have to spend all my money on enterprises that I'm just going to trade for promises, maybe. Ugh. Give an enterprise from. Yeah. Trixie Hobbit says, so I think 6. I mean, I really have to. 3, or it's going to be 4. You know what? I'm gonna let it sit for now. Let's just let him pump $11 in here. So that might be okay. That might be okay. We're gonna go to the director of trade, and right, director. Sorry, I'm freaking out about how to play the game. definitely going to be doing a special envoy, and we are going to be looking at Delhi. So the crown wants to do a special envoy to open this order, which is not incredibly helpful. It could be nice if we can open up Punjab here, and then it goes straight over to this 5. Obviously, this is a good route too, to be able to go up into here, but that's kind of a process. The issue here is I don't know if I want to spend any promises to target something else. I guess maybe I do. Like, targeting this might be ideal, just to ensure that we can at least do that one trade. Okay, I am going to do that. I am suggesting we go for this order. And then she's going to spend $3 to roll 3 dice to do her special envoy action. 1s and 2s. Wow. That's a bummer. Okay, well, fair enough. And then we're going to do transfers. So Bear wants to move a ship from a player presidency to a crown presidency. So it wants to take my 1 ship. This might be fine, actually. I'm in charge of shipping, so I can move everything that I need to. So that's okay. Where do you want to move this? She wants to move it to Madras. If Madras was open, that'd be fine, but fine. I'm going to let it go because I don't have very many promises at the start here. And then a crown rider from a presidency with fewest ships to presidency with most. Okay. This actually is a bummer because I was hoping that I could use this rider to get a promise cube, but she's going to throw it over into Bengal. Again, I think I need to keep this crown promise at the moment. And technically at any time I can give her my enterprises for some stuff. That's allowed. That's fine. We're going to let that slide for right now, and let's go into shipping where I get to play the game here. So I can actually get a promise for fitting her ship, plus putting any ships into her presidency C zones will give me promises as well. Well, I'm obviously going to take care of myself. And I think, to be nice, I will take a promise and fit her ship, but it's going to go... I mean, yeah, I feel like it should go into my Z zone. Bengal's got more than enough, and we really don't know what the fate of Madras is. That's the issue, really. And then at this point, I can buy a company ship. Or I could do a bunch of extras. I don't know if there's... I don't think I want to do a bunch of extras, though. I'm going to buy a company ship. And, I mean, I think it only makes sense for me to throw it here. I want to get a full trade out of my presidency. So that's what I'm going to do. And then technically, I have to spend down to £2. So I could just do one more. I'm going to do one. I'm going to do one extra. And even though this is probably not what I want, where I want it to go, 1, 2, 3, yeah. I mean, actually, is Bengal better? There's the potential for it to go. I'm going to throw it in Bengal. I'm going to throw it in Bengal, and this is a crown presidency, so I am going to get a promise. And then that's going to be shipping. We'll keep a couple bucks in there just to, yeah. Military affairs is going to do some transfers of pieces. Army where a player is commander to an army where the crown is commander. I really don't want that. She's going to take both of these pieces, and based on tiebreaker on the card, she's going to move them into Madras, which is fine because we'd like this stuff open. But it's not fine because I need to not die here. But if I want to keep both of these pieces, I'm going to have to spend 2 promises. Actually, I guess technically I can spend promises to just make a transfer on her behalf. which a part of me kind of wants to take this regiment from Bombay and throw it into Bengal, to be honest. We know that this officer is in no way going to be dropped into Bengal. She's going to place this officer into one of her areas for sure. So if she takes these, she'll want to plop them here. What I could do is spend one. I guess it ends up being the same. If I take one promise to move this dude here, but then she still moves one piece here. I just feel like I need it so much because I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take this regiment. That's gonna count as one of her 2 transfers, and then she's gonna end up transferring her player piece up there. Yeah, she always transfers. Oh, she does regiments first. I'm sorry. So that's actually, so she'll stay here. I feel okay about that, I think. And then, excuse me, she wants to throw her officer into a presidency that creates a new crown majority of pieces. I didn't think about that. That's bad. Because then I'm going to lose commander. If this piece goes here, majority automatically takes over. Oh no! I didn't think about that. I didn't think that was a thing that could be done. And I don't want to be a cheater. I could assign it elsewhere. I think it's in my best interest. I'm gonna spend this cube, and I'm gonna have her throw it up here into Madras. I'm gonna do that. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. So Bombay presidency. First of all, let's take a look at what is Bear Commander going to be up to. So Bear commanders are going to want to look for the most expensive, affordable local alliance if they have a strength of 2 or more in their army box. And Bombay definitely does not. So I'm basically going to let the Bombay commander go first. They're not going to do anything at the end of the day. And we can move on. I am going to trade for sure. And we are going to be sticking within this region because I've only got 3 ships. So let's do... I'm only going to do 3 dice, actually. And we're not going to do the dice that failed us on the envoy action. We're going to pick new dice that are nice. I hope. Hey, look at that. Beautiful. Cool. So I don't have any riders to place down here, which is fine. And that's going to be $10 to the company, and that's going to be $3 to me for 3 successful orders. And we're going to move on. And then Crown is always going to have Commander go first. And that's fine. We know that she has a strength of 2 or more, so she's going to want to purchase the most expensive affordable local alliance, which is $4. And the Crown's going to allow it because she's also the president. So now we have a total strength here of 5. Let's see what Bear wants to do with that. So the Bear is going to want to try to deploy in a presidency's home region, if not company controlled. Done. This is the home region, not company controlled. So they want to deploy here, possibly get rid of this tower, open up these closed orders. The Bear wants to be able to roll 3 dice in a non-company controlled region. That's very doable. And we know that they're going to exhaust local alliance, crown officer. This is 3 here, but tower strength is 1. So this is 2 dice instead of 3. So 1 more regiment. This is now a strength of 4 minus 1. That's 3 dice. Bear wants 3 dice. So we will do it. Oh, don't tease. Oh, that's so sad. I am very upset by that. I wanted that open, and this die, ugh, that was a tease. Okay, well that failed. And then the Crown will attempt to take the deploy action again because they are bearish. However, they only have one regiment. So if they exhaust that, they get to roll one die. -1, that's 0. They can't do it. So then we move on to the president of Madras. They don't have an open home port to trade in. They cannot trade. So we move on to Bengal, which is very disappointing. Cool. So Bengal does have a president. That's me. And Crown has the governor go first. So I can do some stuff. So I get 4 dice as the governor of Bengal. I got 1 success, so I get $1. And then I can either tax to the company or to the presidency. I can enlist some regiments, or I can start building a company ship. And I think it would be in my best interest, even though this is going to add to the company balance, I'm going to throw in a regiment. That's what I'm going to do. And then I am going to roll again. It's another one. I get another $1. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... What is the potential we can make here? We can make $20 with 30. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not going to be amazing. We probably won't meet standing. So is it worth taxing another couple bucks? I'm going to tax, and we're going to throw it into Bengal. Because we know, well, I probably am going to want to enlist local alliance just to ensure that if we get attacked, we're going to be okay. And then the question is, am I greedy, and do I want to roll again for a potential extra $1, even though I don't necessarily have a plan for what the action would be? The answer is yes, I'm going to be greedy. It paid off. And I'm going to... we're going to start building a company ship. I think that seems reasonable enough. Okay, so now we're going to go over to Commander. That's me. And I need to pay attention to this thing. I'm very bad at this game. So as the governor, I added money from a tax administration to a crown presidency. That earns me a promise. Move a company ship into the sea zone. I can't move the company ship. It's not built yet. Place a regiment into an army associated with the crown presidency. This is associated with the crown presidency. I got a couple promises off that. I got to really pay attention right now since I am hurting. I feel like I should probably hire some help. I think that would be ideal. So, local alliance, check this out. Bear and Peacock, they just consent. They're ready. You want to fight? Let's fight. I don't need to pay them anything to convince them to let me buy a local alliance. So I'm going to 2, 3, 4 purchase a local alliance, and I feel like we're good here. With 5, we should be all right. This is a strength of 1, and then the max of a crisis event in here is a 3. So I feel like we're okay. Unless some craziness occurs, let's call it a day there. I'm happy with that. We're not going to deploy or anything. I know we technically could try to like deploy against Maratha or whatnot. Right now, I just want to play it safe. I want this elephant to move out of the way. So let's move on to presidency of Bengal. And the bear is going to trade as long as they can roll 5 dice. That's good. We are going to be trading in 2 regions. So they're going to have to spend $6 to roll 5 dice. And actually, they're going to spend up to £3 if left over. So actually, they'll end up rolling all of these dice. That's good. So I get something, she gets something. Boop, boop, boop. And let me just double check. That was 10, 15, 18, 19, 20. Puts us at 30. She had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successful. And then her rider gets a bonus. And then my rider gets a bonus. So that's not too shabby. if I do say so myself. And then we go to bonuses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not enough. $10 difference. Interesting. And then we're going to go into revenue. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, $22. Jeez. So we got $8 left. And that obviously does not meet standing expectations of 12. So we're going to bump down. And then is Bear going to want to pay out dividends? They will pay out 1, and then they will pay out more if they can leave £6. So they're going to want to pay out 1. That's going to be $5, which I think I'm okay with because it's a couple extra bucks. How much is it for me to not have them pay out? Crane pays out 1 less is not too much. I mean, we can only take out so much debt next round. I'd like a couple extra dollars, but I'm going to forego it, and I'm going to suggest we don't pay out the dividends. Well, actually, my phone is ringing. Please hold. Okay. So, unfortunately, she's going to pay out 1, period. There's nothing I can do about that. 3, 4, 5. I get 2, she gets 3. I stepped away for a few minutes. I don't remember if I had given a promise cube with the intention of them not paying out or not, and if I should have 3. So I might have just handicapped myself because I'm going to move on. Events in India. 2. And that's not the best. We have 3 ships there. We'll get them sorted. Let's take a look. See. Not what I wanted. Oh, Fortitude. Is that mine? No, it's not. Okay, good. Fortitude go bye-bye. The other ones, totally fine. So that's nice. And then we got Turmoil in Madras, which is not good because we can't, which means it's going to cascade. And guess what? It can't cascade into Hyderabad. So it's going to cascade to here, which is not fun. And then it is also cascading over to here. So India getting a little more closed. Not fun. And then I really want this to be a crisis event so we can move the elephant. It's not. Are you kidding me? You're going to have a shuffle right now? That's annoying. So elephant's going to go to Madras, I guess, and is going to face Circle, which is Hyderabad. Which is really annoying because we want to deploy here. And if we do, then the elephant's just immediately sitting there. So it's incredibly frustrating. So we're going to shuffle the shuffle card back into the deck. And then we know that there's going to be a turmoil event in Punjab. There's no way for us not to know that, actually. Okay. Fair enough. So we are in the parliament phase. So the crown is the prime minister. So we're going to do a climate shift, which I think, become a pro at now. We are going to roll 6 dice. All right. We are going to say these 2 are successes, and these 4 count as failures. So first we're going to look at, is the number of successful die rolls greater than or equal to company standing, which goes 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way to 7. 2 is not greater than or equal to 4, which is what company standing is at. So this climate for the crown is not going to move to the right. Then we look at, is the number of successes greater than, period, the number of standing? It's not. So we move on. The number of failures. Is the number of failures less than or equal to company standing? We have 4 failures. Company standing is at 4. So it is, in fact, less than or equal to. So we're going to shift down 1 to the left. Then we look at, is company standing less than? Or is the number of failures less than company standing? Which means this would need to not be a 4 because this is equal to, which means we're not going to shift down again. So we're good. All right? I'm going to eyeball this, make sure we are 100% good. Number of successes is greater than, shift it right once more. The number of failures, we got it. All right, cool. So now let's take a look. See, Crown is going to draw the 3rd law. It's the law that she's going to enact. We have a potential to fix that up if we want. All loot is now added to the company balance. We could decide to go for, I really need loot, so I'm going to say no. Military oversight could give her some more power and would probably boot my commander pretty quickly. I'm going to let her keep drawing. Ship subsidy. That is way better. So that's the 3rd card. She's going to decide to propose it based on her AI card. So ship subsidy, unfortunately, is immediately going to destroy Calico Axe, which means no more free actions to buy workshops. But free actions to buy shipyards. Not too bad. Plus, fitting shipyards is cheaper moving forward. So what we're going to do is see what is the policy she's going to enact. It needs to go to a taxing policy. This should actually be here because of 1758, which means she's either going to go to luxuries or she's going to go to shipyards. And we know that she has less shipyards than me, and she has more luxuries than I do, and she always wants to go with whatever is going to hurt her less. And in this case, shipyard tax is going to hurt her less by a considerable amount. So she's going to ship this or move this to shipyards. Okay? Then we need to look at, what does Foxy think about ship subsidy? If I know anything about Foxy, she's a fan of ships. So let's take a look. Ship subsidy is, Fox is for it. I knew it. So this is starting at -3. And she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus her company or her personal treasury is enough to give her 4+ votes. You can see at the bottom, 15 pounds or more is going to give her 4 votes. So it's currently at 8. I don't want to vote against this, really. I could 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I would have to spend 3 pounds to fail it. So here's the consideration. Failing this law will gain me the prime minister, which is not only power, but that immediately allows me to push for deregulation because our debt is in a striped spot. So we could dereg just straight off into the 2nd round. Also, what are the options for if I were to switch? I could move it over to the power or to the share bonus. Share bonus benefits both of us. We'd each get another $1 per share. Or I could manipulate the power. Since luxury is already at the top, I can swap these around, which I guess I would want to probably make shipyards more powerful since I have more shipyards. Though I know Foxy. Well, actually, coming to chairman, if she's chairman next round, she probably won't be Foxy. Foxy, I know, likes to buy ships first. Huh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fail this bad boy. Let's ride or die. So yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 votes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I need to spend 3 pounds. Just making sure I don't have anything special in my back pocket or anything. I don't. And this law has failed. She does not gain a power for a passed law. And she's going to lose 2 power because I'm gaining 2 power, taking Prime Minister. And then I'm going to move this. Well, the question is, do I get some of my money back and just do that and give her more money? No. I'm gonna move it over to the power, and I'm gonna swap. Whoop, I'm gonna swap shares with shipyards. So shipyards are now worth more power. And if anything, it'd be great if I can bump this up and reduce her luxuries. That would be pretty great. Might be a goal to go for. Excuse me. So law failed. She loses prime minister. I am prime minister as the leader of the opposition. We already handled the policy, so we're moving on to upkeep and refresh. We're going to move everybody back to their home. And we're going to start a new round. Penultimate round. So at this point, I can I can suggest that we go for deregulation. There's a few things I have to consider. First of all, in her current state as Fox, she will spend money to fail it. And the problem is she does have, well, yeah, she's got a few more votes than I do. So I'd actually have to spend more money to fail it, or to succeed it. But I've got 4 ships, which is amazing. I've got a couple shares that would be usable because company debt would move into a good standing. And I could potentially invest those shares into my company. Plus, I have a workshop. So I'd be able to just, boom, go like $15 straight up into my company. And I could buy back my ships. And I'd have all the ships that I need. And we can hit the ground running. I would lose all of my promises because I do have to spend 3 promises to the crown if I'm going to open up a firm. And if I don't have 3 promises, I just spend what I've got. But a part of me is wondering, do I wait around to make the vote easier for me? If I propose it now, it starts at +2. All right, we'll just play this out real quick. She's going to vote against it. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, actually, technically I'm supposed to vote first. Sorry for this. So it'd be 2, 4. I have 6 votes. I don't know why I'm counting. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then she would do her 6 to basically undo all of that. So I'd have to spend extra money. Did I do this math right? I did not. I'm a horrible person. I would be at +8. So, because it starts at +2. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. So yeah, so this would actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then she would spend up to $4, easily moving it into a fail state. However, if we get deregulation going when company standings in a striped zone and debts in a striped zone, this starts at +6. And then it's, pretty good. The only reason that I would want to propose it now is if I wanted it to fail, because then company shares would be worth more victory points, which I guess could hurt her, but I don't know what the story is going to be there. I'm going to leave it. We're going to move on. All right, so London season. Let's roll for attrition on all of our positions. Looks like I'm losing my governor. Okay, so we have manager of shipping is a little tired. President of Bombay is gone. Chairman is gone. President of Madras is gone. Military affairs, a little tired. Okay, that's not too shabby. It's not too shabby. So, okay, so President of Madras, President of Bengal, and Chairman. Unfortunately, I could have used one more position going out so that I could gain more from the writer family action, but it is what it is. I just took. What did I just do? I'm an idiot. President of Bombay is who was lost, and then President of Madras. Not Bengal. I lost my president. This is very bad, actually. Sigh. Okay. Well, for London season, I have $12. She's gonna go for this blackmail card in her current state, so that's kind of nice. Who's here? You may no longer purchase her own workshops. You may no longer take her own blackmail cards. This guy's worth more of a discount on the retirements, but I kind of need my workshop. I spent money on that bad boy. So that's fun. I'm kind of debating. No, I'm not going to spend promises for any extra money from the crown. So yeah, so the crown we're going to have her to $13, which means she's going to retire to this spot, which is 4 victory points. And then if we reduce this down, this would be 6.5, which does not round up to 8. So she's going to retire to this spot, which is another 2 victory points. I don't really have to spend money if I don't want to still get at least a prestige pick. The question is, well, so we know she's going to get another... No, she's not going to get 2 victory points. She's going for a blackmail card. So I'm going to get 2 free victory points off of these spouses. So that's nice. So I could potentially do this, and I'm still gaining like 4. But I gotta close this gap. This is ridiculous. So I should probably go all in and spend 8. And that does leave me... Well, nah, screw it. Let's do it. 4. She's going to take another blackmail card. She's got 3. That's not super good. And then while I do want this guy because of the -2 retirement discount, I don't think that I want to give up my workshop. Though, actually, this is a consideration. I would have to trade it or discard it. And if I trade it and give it to the crown, I only get it. I get 4. 4 promises. That is an interesting consideration. That is a very interesting consideration. I'm going to do that. Actually. I'm going to do it. So we're going to marry him. We're going to give her this. I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but I need some more. So we're gonna get 4 promises for that bad boy. And we're gonna move on to the family phase. Right. I was totally right about what I was saying about Foxy, and I was totally wrong about all the things. Foxy is gonna go ships, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, so first we got to look at is there the free writer enlistment for having 4 more vacancies? No, there's only 3 vacancies. However, there is a presidential vacancy that does not have a crown writer in it. Bombay. So she is going to take a free action to throw a writer down into there. And then we're going to look at Foxy wants to buy a ship. Foxy is gonna buy a ship, which is not great because now we have the same amount of shipyards. Not a fan of that. And then Foxy is going to enlist in the army. And then I have $4. I could spend all 4 of my dollars to buy 2 shipyards. But I have no writers on the table to try to contend with any of this. So I got to think about this. So the positions that are available, she's going to take chairman. Though actually I might be in a position where I could, since we're even maybe. She's going to give herself Bombay though. Director of Trade is in charge. She's going to do that 100%. So really the question is, do I want to take a writer action just so that I can have a writer to gain a promise or to gain a couple promises for the consent to nepotism? I also would. I'm so sad I lost this presidency, and then I can't do anything about this. I don't want. So do I do one writer in Bombay? That's basically it, or do I buy 2 shipyards? I am the commander of ship, or the. I'm the commander of shipping. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna lean into this. I'm gonna lean into this. I'm gonna buy 2 ships, 2 shipyards. We're going bold. Why not? This game is a crazy little sandbox. You gotta mess around. You gotta just see what'll happen. So we're gonna go into hiring. So first up is chairman, which is gonna be decided by the court of directors here, right? So as far as chairman election, we gotta see. I guess okay. If the crown has majority of shares or an equality and as former chairman, they will elect themselves as the new chairman. That's just the way it goes. So, yeah, she's chairman. She is the chairman again. Not a surprise, really. And then we're going to hire the president of Bombay. Consider writers and governors associated with this presidency. That's her. And then Madras, that's her. Feels bad, but it's what we got at the moment, unfortunately. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Chairman, new card. Bloop. Fitted ships. We got a few. 4, 5, 6 fitted ships currently. We're going mousy. That's interesting. Okay. Mousy, though. Mousy is probably going to be prioritizing stuff in Bombay because I know Mouse likes the longest trade routes typically. So let's confirm. Mousy would like to advance debt for each presidency with an open home port. That's 2. And that's good because that's as much as we can do anyway. So we had $30 left over. We're going to have $13. Okay. Maybe. We can't take more even if we wanted. $4 to each crown presidency with an open home port. Yeah, that seems about right. So that's $8. $1 to each presidency with a crown writer. Right, we're just kind of saying screw Madras. And then $3 to Director of Trade / Governor General. So that's 13. That'll be all the money, and nothing will go into shipping. I don't want that. So to start, I'm going to do promise. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do another promise. 1, 2, 3. Because I'm super selfish and I got to take advantage of being the shipping dude. And then Mouse is going to put $4 into each of these, which is all of the money, actually. Is that bad? Nah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be bad. And actually, she can't do both. So the order, I believe, is just typically left to right, which means the Bengal is the one that gets screwed out of that. Bombay would also be first in the tiebreaker, so I'm satisfied with that decision. This could be bad. I don't know. Director of Trade obviously is not going to act for a special envoy, which we could really use, and I probably should have put money there, but yeah, we'll figure it out. And then is going to want to transfer a ship from a presidency with the shortest trade route to presidency with the longest. This is the shortest trade route. This is the longest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So taking a ship from here to here. And then Crown Rider from presidency with fewest ships to presidency with most ships. There's not a Crown Rider here. There is a Crown Rider here. But these are the same. So this is... Oh, actually, this extra ship is gone. So yeah, so she's actually going to bump herself over to here. Cool beans. That's the 2 transfers. We move over to shipping. I am going to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, fit both of my ships because I am selfish as hell. This is a stupid situation. We have way too many ships, and I realize that I'm actively destroying the company by doing all of this. But see, this would be great as the manager of shipping. Oh well. Let's throw. Actually, this is good. If I want the company to succeed, I should probably give her enough ships to. She doesn't need 5 ships. 3. If this opened, this is bad. It's bad news, Bears. All around. I'm gonna throw it here, and we're just gonna see what happens. I like to live dangerously. I could buy another ship. I'm gonna leave the $2 there. Military. What do we? We're mousy. So military affairs wants to move player presidency's army to crown presidency's army. I don't have a presidency. It's all her. So she's not doing any transfers. And then we need to move her 1 officer to a crown presidency. Well, they're all crown presidencies. So we're going to go to the tiebreaker. It's Bombay. So this bad boy going up to Bombay. Moving on. She's going to have her commander go first. Mousy commander will not purchase a local alliance and wants to be able to roll at least 5 dice to do whatever they're going to do. It's obviously not going to work because we don't own anything over here. So President of Bombay is going to roll, assuming that she can roll 3 dice. She can. 1, 2, 3. And then she'll have to spend 1 more because she wants to go to the highest. So she's spending 4 dice to roll 3, and then she will spend the other 3 additional funds. So she's ultimately going to roll 6 dice. But this might be the one solid trade we get, so give me something. All right, there we go. So that's going to be $13 to the company. And then that's going to be $4. Oh. She had a writer. $1 more for the crown. Good for you. We're going to go over here. President of Madras. Again, we know Commander does not want to purchase a local alliance and wants to be able to roll 5 dice in a non-company controlled region. And we really need to deploy here. Okay? This is a strength of 1, and the army has a strength of 3, so we can roll 2 dice. So there's a couple things I can do here. There's only $2 in this presidency, though. Holy crap. I've got 4 promises. So I could... If we exhaust all 3, that's only 2 dice. I'd have to spend all of my promises to convince the mouse that 2 die rolls totally fine for a deploy action. No. However, no, yeah, I can't. The $2 that Madras has can't afford any of this. I really need Madras to open. But can I afford basically the 4 promises that I got from my workshop trade? I don't think that I can. This is... This is so rough here. I kind of want to see if it can happen. It's all glory to the crown, though, at that point, and then we're just immediately going to be threatened. So it doesn't make sense, too. It sucks. We could really use the extra $9. Are we going to have to take out emergency loans? We might be in a rough standing, which means, though, we're going to be in a good position for me to hit deregulation. We'll kind of do a soft reset on the company. We might be able to make out of this. We might be able to make it out of this. We're going to move along. Governor is going to act first in Bombay. That's me. And really, I'm just rolling because I want some money. Of course, screw you. We got unrest. It's not great. I'm definitely going to roll again. Please give me $1. Okay. Okay. The dice are telling me I should stop rolling. I'm going to roll one more. The dice have spoken. I shouldn't have rolled anymore. That sucks. Not only because I'm greedy and I'd like to get another pound or two, but like I could have done things. Super lame. Okay, now I'm the commander. I can do stuff. I've got a strength of 3. I mean, I could technically deploy in Delhi. Just chance a single die roll. Let's go. This is. I mean, I should probably just deploy here and get rid of this unrest, I suppose, as annoying as that is. Though, keeping this defense is probably a good idea too. Screw it. I'm gonna do this, and we're gonna do a deploy in our home region to clear the unrest, which didn't happen. That's so okay. The dice are against me so hard, and then we're gonna roll for the crown's officer, which is safe. Okay, so we know Mouse President wants to roll 3 dice. She can roll 3 dice if she stays within here, so she'll roll all 3. Okay, we got that. That's something. So that's $11 to the company. 24. It's not going to be enough. That's $2 to the crown. That's $1 for me. Moving on to bonuses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have 2, 4, 6. That's a little something. Revenue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25, which means we have to take an emergency loan. It goes down, standing goes down by 1. And then we have $0. Our expectation's 8. So our company goes down again. It's fine. We can make it out alive, probably. Even if we were to lose Bengal, this will only shift once. So I don't think it's possible for the company to fail. We're going to be okay. Events in India. Going to the east again. Okay. We'll roll for Diligence for Atlas. Ooh. Diligence is fatigued. Atlas, I'm pretty sure, is mine. Sad. And then we're going to go to Parliament. I am the captain. So I am going to pick a law first, and then we're going to do climate. Okay. So I get to propose a law. Part of my thinking, not knowing what I'm going to draw, is I kind of feel like it might be good to try to focus on if I can swap these, if I can get this up here. I know that at the moment I'm only barely ahead. She's got 2, and who knows how many. There's a potential. I don't know if there's a potential 6 or 5 maximum here. I don't remember what the blackmail cards are. There's at least 1 or 2 that have 2s and some 3, some 1s, and then there's 1 or 2 that doesn't have any. But yeah, part of me is wondering if I can get these to be worth a lot of power, and then maybe if I'm able to either by buying promises or just gaining promises some other ways, I can maybe start to like not sink her ships, but take her ships from her. I don't know. We're gonna see. But let's see what we can propose here. For starters, Board of Control. Once per turn after any office except the chairman has finished, I can remove its office holder. That could be good. That allows me a lot of control on booting her pieces and not like giving her one less thing to retire. And it would be power, which would move to actually could move over to shipyards. It'd be that or it'd be workshops. Wow, this might be the one. She's gonna vote against it, I'm pretty sure. It starts neutral. It starts at 0. I feel like it's stupid for me not to. I'm proposing this law. We're proposing it. Going for the shipyard power. So let's do a climate shift. Okay. So we are split. Actually, how crazy is that? 222 666. All right. So currently our company standing is at 2. Okay. So we need to look at, are the successes greater than or equal to 2? Yes, they are. So this climate is going to bump up 1. Then we're going to look at, is this greater than 2? Yes. So it's going to bump up again. And then we're going to look at, is this less than or equal to standing? No, it's not. 3 is greater than, so it's not. And then is it less than? No, it's not. So we shifted from mouse to bear. And in my time playing with the climate shift, I think that is the largest shift that I have seen, or at least playing properly. So now we're bear. So that's cool. And the bear, for board of control, actually, she just does not want it because she's not prime minister. So she's actually going to work very hard to get rid of this, which is actually going to put me in a rough spot, possibly. Okay, well, for starters, we know she gets 4+ votes because of her treasury. And then she's going to have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. 9, 10. Okay, well, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 votes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Assuming I did that right, I don't know if I counted this as a space. I hope I didn't. 2, 3, 4, and then she had, what did she have? I'm gonna double check. I'm sorry. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So she had gone up to 4, and then she had 10 more, so she should have 14. So I should be one less, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is my voting. Okay. Oof. That's not good. I'm gonna lose the prime minister, and I needed to dereg. I thought so badly about this. This is very bad. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What? This is very bad. Oh no. Everything about this is bad. I need $2 to keep my one retiree, and I need to spend more dollars than I have. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Crap. I'm screwed. I can't. Oh no. I can't. I can't do anything because these favors are anytime between the start of the firm's phase and the end of the revenue phase. We're past that point, so I can't even like haggle for anything here. Though I guess there's nothing here that gives me money, and what I really need is to take money. Oh no, this is so bad. Is this game gonna crash and burn? Crap. I realized also that I should have started here. So this is the second round that we're on. Just to make sure that we don't screw up the power award, mostly. Okay, well, crap. I'm not obviously gonna spend this for nothing anyway. Damn. This sucks a lot. Well, okay, well this law doesn't happen. And I lose the prime minister. And I don't know why this wasn't on there. But she is going to adjust this to either go here or here. She has more workshops than I do. She also has more luxuries than I do. But I feel like, this is interesting actually, because this is basically a +3 for her, and this is a +3 for her. So break ties using the AI card. Okay, fair enough. We're going around. So yeah, it's gonna actually go to what I kind of thought it would anyway, because this is gonna be a benefit to her uh, with some monies. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Oh, that hurts. That hurts my heart. I was very excited to get deregulation passed and do clean slate, but now we're gonna go into a round where we can't take any company debt. We have no money. We're not gonna be able to trade. Everything's a nightmare. Like we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose so hard. Like this game is about to end. This is very bad. This is very bad. How come none of my games that I play and people are watching are good? I've had good games. Maybe one. Maybe it was an illusion. I don't know. Upkeep and refresh. Let's clean this board up. That's my heart sinks. I just want to like win real good. Though I guess I did start with. I decided to play the extreme difficulty. So that's what you get. I think that's it for refresh. She owes $3. I owe $2. We are good. Moving on to London season. Moving on to the third round. Whew. All right, London season. Let's see who is retiring. I am very poor, so I don't need to roll that one. I do need to roll this one. Chairman, President of Bengal is okay. Sorry. Um, President of Bengal is tired. Military affairs is tired, more tired. Director of Trade's good. Madras, what are you doing, bro? He's tired, but he's all right. Oops. So she's only retiring the chairman, which is kind of nice. And then I am more tired, and then I'm losing governor, which is actually kind of a bummer. But that's what we got. Which once again, because I said there's typically 4+ vacancies, we're not going to see that at all. So at the moment, she's going to take again this blackmail card. This is nuts that she keeps favoring these blackmail cards in this game. This is what makes Ricky's AI so interesting sometimes. Like I've seen this happen with Wakan with the PAX game. Sometimes it's just like Wakan has an agenda and nails it, and you're like, how? I don't understand. Like this is just a bunch of cards like pieced together. How did you manage to make it think so cohesively sometimes that you feel like you're playing an actual person that's just like nailing every move? It's crazy. I don't understand it. Anyway, we're going to divide this madness. 19 in half is going to be what, 16 and a half or whatever. Either way, she can retire to this spot and she will. No, that I'm an idiot. 19 divided in half. I'm losing my mind. Is 9.5. She's going to retire to this. Even if my math is wrong, this is right. So that's another 4 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then well, so I have a £2 discount, which is not enough for me to bump up to this this spot. So I'm probably going to do the £4 spot, which will be £2, and we'll call it a day. We know she's taking the blackmail card. This is stupid. And then more votes is good. This technically counts towards Like, this is good because I'm still manager of shipping and I can potentially, no, the game, no, not the way the game is going. But this would count as another power if this is going to be able to move up, though I don't think we're going to get that far. So is it better that I take this and have more power? It's not going to be a whole lot, though. I've got 6, 7, be 8, 9 power against so many power. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, there's no way. I don't think it matters either way. I don't know. I'm gonna take this one. I really needed a spouse in this lineup real bad. Really? Okay, great. Family phase. What's the bear gonna do? The bear. Well, first, yeah, we're good. We're not doing any. These guys are good. Okay, so yeah, bear wants to enlist an officer and buy a luxury. All right, I'm over it. This AI is insane. And then uh, I don't know if there's value in me committing to another shipyard. I can't buy another. Well, I guess technically during the London season, right after she retired, I could have traded a promise cube for a pound. The issue is, even if I did that and I decide to just buy more shipyards, they're going to be 2 unfitted ships that there's no way I can get fitted because there's no money going into any of these. So, like, all I'm doing is trying to get more power with that. And I don't think we're going to make it to another parliament phase for me to even try to change what the power is going to be for these. So I don't see how it's possible. We can't trade in Bombay. I mean, yeah, the game's over. The game is over. I'm going to lose so bad. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Is there anything I can even do? Well, I think we just got to play it out and we'll see what happens. I think, though, I have to think real quick if I want to actually take that promise for a pound to double up on ships just cuz, or if I think that it's worth pivoting to enlist a writer. And I kind of don't. I'm actually going to become Bengal governor again, regardless. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to give her a promise for the pound. That happened technically after she retired in the London season, which I could have used for maybe going up to this point. I would have had $6. I could have spent all my money and retired up to here. I don't I don't think that I would have, though, because I would have wanted to have the $4, which I'm going to just lean into this, and we're gonna buy more ships that I can't fit. Is crazy and unnecessary. But this is the life I lead. And then we're gonna go to hiring, and we got to look at chairman. So, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. She has Calico Axe that she's gonna totally do. 2, 3, 4, 5. She's gonna buy another workshop. Damn. So many victory points she's gonna get when the company fails too. This is madness. This is the madness. A part of okay, I can't possibly steal these workshops back from her. And luxuries are 7 promises to take. 6 promises to take uninvested. Yeah, this game just went south real hard. real hard. Okay, so chairman election. The crown does not have majority of pieces. I can gain some promises by making her chairman again. What's really to be gained from her being chairman? She's not going to take debt. It takes, if any, it takes her one share out. Which, if the company's going to fail, that's like one negative like vote that she could get. I'm going to lose 2 from these bad boys, and if I wanted to give her mine, I can't. It's too spendy. I think me just being here is whatever. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take chairman. No, I don't know if it matters. I'm gonna take chairman. I keep thinking like maybe we can do stuff, and then I realize like we can't. We're not getting any debt, and everything's everything's bad. And then I'm also this. So I've got some stuff in the company that's going to inevitably crash and burn. So that's fun. I can't take any debt. We're already maxed out. Moving on to Director of Trade, who cannot envoy, but is going to want to do some transfers. Since I was chairman, she changes after. Crown Treasury is $1. So she's going to actually stay bearish, which is cool, I guess. Oh, yeah, and I'm chairman. I didn't want to be chairman, did I? Because I have to give her a promise, and it's all for nothing. See, I'm playing badly because I'm upset. You know what? I'm gonna let her be chairman, and I'm gonna take 3 promises for making her chairman. Okay? A player with majority or an equality in his former chairman votes to elect the crown as chairman. I get 3. She's not gonna do anything. We move on to director of trade. This is just more beneficial for me. Like I can actually take like a workshop back from her if I wanted. I could take, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. What does the bear want to do for director of trade? Bear wants a ship from player presidency to crown presidency. I don't have a presidency. A crown rider from presidency with fewest ships to presidency with most. There's no crown rider here. None of that's happening. A crown rider from player presidency to crown presidency. It's not happening. Bear's not doing any transfers. Great. Moving on. Hey, look, guys. I can fit an extra ship and get a pound. I mean, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna drop it here, which gets me a promise. Thank you very much. I'm glad that I have all these promises that I can't do anything with. Okay, military affairs, bear. Where are we? So yeah, she wants to transfer army where player is commander to an army where crown is commander. So she wants to take everything out of Bengal, and she's gonna put it into Madras. We do need Madras to be able to actually open, though. I'd like to clear this unrest if we actually get to that point, but I guess it's not the end of the world. Though, if there's a rebellion here with this elephant, then there's also going to be a rebellion here with a strength of 3, and that's no good. Oh boy. Uh. She's also going to take over my commander. Well, she'll want to try. if I keep pieces here. Sorry, I'm talking out loud and not sharing all of the information. I think what I'm going to do is... It feels bad to swap 2 pieces. That feels really crappy. I'm going to spend a promise to move here. Okay? She still wants to move one of these pieces into Madras, and I think I'm just going to say no with 1 promise cube. Okay, that's what's going to happen. And then she wants to assign an officer to a presidency that creates a new crown majority. Oh, that's right. And then she's going to do it here because this would be a new crown majority of pieces. A new crown majority actually would be here because there's no majority because it's of pieces in the box. Yeah. Oof. I think that's right. Because this is already a crown majority, so this would be a new crown majority. It's not super useful, but okay. We're moving on. Commander wants to go. Commander can't do anything. Bear Commander wants to buy the most expensive local alliance if they have 2+ strength. They don't. And we can't trade here, so we're moving on to Madras. Now, Madras Commander wants to buy the most expensive affordable. We have £2 in here. Can't afford any of these, but does want to deploy in the presidency's home region if not company controlled. And Bear wants to be able to roll 3 dice. There's a strength of 1. Doing all 4 of these will be 3 dice. Let's go. That's a no. That's horrible. And then we're going to roll for the officers. And one of these officers died. This is a train wreck of a game. Absolutely. And then we can't trade because there's nothing open. And then we move over here. And I can try to govern to give this presidency money to at least be able to do something. But the amount of emergency debt we're going to have to take, it's not going to matter. Oh, man. And then I'm trying to think if I were to do something like that, or instead of doing something like that, if I were to like, no, I can't attack any of these. This is ridiculous. Okay, well, let's do a govern action and see if we get it. We do. I'm gonna give $2, £2 to the, and then we're gonna go again. And that's a hard no, and that actually is bad news bears. And then, do I even do it again? We're in the end game now. I'm doing it. Oh, that was a catastrophic failure. That's very bad. And then I'm going to just exhaust all 3 of these to roll 3 dice and see if we can't deploy in this region and clear all the unrest. Hey, look, we did. All of this bad stuff is gone. The crown needs to roll for her officer. It lives. She gets a pound and I get a pound. Look at that. Successful deploy action. Everybody's happy. And then the question is, will Bear trade? The Bear wants to roll at least 5 dice. So really the question is it even worth me doing... We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 expenses. We are going to absolute... Even if we had a successful trade of all of this, it's $15. So I'm still going to take multiple debt. And we're going to fail miserably. So it's not even worth it. So let's just end it. Let's just put a bullet in the head and we'll move on. So bonuses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I get 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we go to the revenue phase, and we know that we have to take out all of the emergency debt, and the company fails immediately. So let's see how badly I lost, basically, is what we're going to play here. So first, let's look at the power award. So the game ended on round 5. So first place power award is going to be 5 points. As it stands, luxuries are 2 power and shipyards are 1. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 power. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she's at 23, and I'm an 8. Cool beans. She loses 1 for having a share in the company. I lose 2. It's going really well. She has 4 workshops, which were uninvested, so that's 4 more points she gets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. She's about to lap me. And then we pull a card for final retirement. Military rebuked. Each player's score by half of the sum of their officers, commanders, and trophies rounding down. So I guess basically she has a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total. So she would be losing 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. And then I have 1, 2. So I'm going to lose 1 victory point. So final score, I got 5 points and she got 23 points. That was an epic failure on so many levels. But it makes for a quick game, so that's something. I don't know if me playing on playing with the extreme difficulty really made a difference in how this game played out, though, because the thing with the difficulty scaling with the crown is that her actions don't change at all based on the difficulty. The difficulty is just what the discrepancy in the setup is going to be. How much leverage do you have against her? What's your setup versus her setup? So I don't think that playing on that difficulty really made a difference here. I think it was just there was a couple things that really didn't work for me, and the fact that I screwed that law up and lost the prime minister, so I couldn't deregulate, is what killed this. Because if we could have deregulated this round, we would have been fine. Debt would have been in a good spot. Company standing would have been back to normal. I probably would have opened up a firm to try to eke out some extra stuff, maybe, but India also was in really bad shape. We had horrible rolls. Even when we could trade, we failed to trade properly. We never were able to open up Madras. It was very bad. It was just a very bad game. But I did enjoy going and doing some different things, leaning into like getting a bunch of shipyards. It's the first time that I've traded an enterprise for promises from the crown. I think there's a lot of flexibility in this stuff. There's a lot of really interesting opportunities to spend and earn promises if you're paying attention in the handbook. So I think the next game that I play will probably just be a standard 17-10, and we'll just see if we can ride like a good company run and I can come out on top. That'll be good. But I do like that despite that, and despite this difficulty, I don't think really changing it, everything that went bad with this game. What's nice is that you don't have to follow the difficulty that's suggested for the crown in the rulebook. It really shows that there's any number of things that you can do to make the game however you want it to be. Do you want to give her all of the setup cards and start with just nothing? Go for it. Do you want to have her start with extra blackmail cards? Do you want to have her start with extra amount of cash? You can just make up your rules and scale the game as easy or as difficult as you want it to be. That's going to be the most fun for you. And I think that's very interesting. Obviously, your first few plays should be based off of the recommended difficulties, but after that, you can start getting really weird and creative with it and have the crown starting with a bunch of different VP levels, money, enterprises, cards, etc. And I think that's really fun and interesting. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this train wreck. Maybe next time. I have to get a win recorded. That's my goal. But hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.